Let's get you that markets update now. The rand has slid to its lowest against the dollar in about 4 weeks this morning as the commodity prices plunged further, raising questions about the durability of the commodity windfall that has partially shielded South Africa against the COVID-19 onslaught. For a look now at these and the latest market moving and business stories, Roy Mutooni, Analyst at ABSA Asset Management, joins us now for that update. Roy, a very good morning to you. So your sense as to what is driving this early slide in the rand?
Yeah, it's quite a significant slide, not just in the rand, but in the markets. The markets have opened about 2% down. I think we can relate it to what we've seen in Asia. Most of Asia is closed today for public holidays, but before that, the markets had sold off, so significant risk of sentiment. And I think this is on the back of that Evergrande case, where this is the biggest real estate developer in China that looks like it's going to go bankrupt. So liquidity is a problem. And on the back of that, I think investors are just basically taking the chips off the table, waiting to see what happens. So, yeah, I think that's the primary driver. There really isn't anything else. But remember as well, commodity prices are well off their heights, and that slide continued through last week, especially iron ore. So I think a combination of those two would be big drivers.
Yeah. Let's look across to the continent now, Roy. Nigeria's president, Muhammadu Buhari, ordering that the process to incorporate the state oil firm as a private company should begin immediately. This is after the recent oil reform bill. What does that mean for the country's oil supply moving forward?
So that's actually literally the first step in the implementation of that petroleum industry bill. This bill has been lagging. It's been on the table for close to 20 years, and it was only passed recently. And the thing about the bill is it reduces the power of the politicians, reduces the amount of influence they have on the industry, and allows the industry now to start investing in itself and provides a lot more certainty. So it's actually a good idea. It's actually a good thing that he's doing, and it's showing how serious they are with regards to restructuring the oil industry and making it work for the basic Nigeria. So yeah. I think it's good news, and it's good that he's progressing so aggressively.
Let's talk company news. Rand Merchant Investment Holdings releasing its results and the proposed restructure of the RMI and proposed unbundling of Discovery shares. Talk us through those numbers and developments.
So this is one of those last holding companies that are still listed at the JSE. And from an operator perspective, I think solid results, impacted by COVID, but still grew operating earnings by something like 15%. But I think the more interesting thing is that unbundling and the rights issue that they have. So what they want to do is get rid of their listed holdings to shareholders, both Discovery and Momentum Metropolitan, which are listed companies. They will give those shares to their shareholders and shrink themselves in the process, and also raise some capital to pay down debt which was secured by those holdings. It's part of a global trend now in terms of simplifying all of these holding companies, releasing value, and allowing investors to pick and choose what holdings they want. So I think a good move, a move that the market's been anticipating for some time, and it'll be interesting to see just how much value will be released from there. I think an interesting thing that also emerges is that Remgro is one of their big holdings, and Remgro also unbundled quite a few of their financial holdings recently. So it will be interesting to see what they do with their Discovery and Metropolitan Momentum shares when they do receive them.
Sure. Let's talk then about British American Tobacco. The shareholders there smiling all the way to the bank this morning, the group releasing its quarterly dividends for the year which ended on the 31st of December 2020. Talk us through that particular announcement.
Yeah, well, this is typical of tobacco companies. It's very consistent. They pay dividends quarterly. They're trading at an 8% dividend yield, which is probably better than you get on most deposit accounts right now. And this has been consistent. So it's a company that's showing significant value. It's a consistent payer of those ones for widows and orphans over the long term.
Right. Thank you very much. That's Roy Mutooni. He is an analyst at ABSA Asset Management, joining us for this particular conversation. Thank you very much, Roy, for always talking us through that market update.